everyone. Good afternoon. I, Shreya would like to invite you all for the first session of SDC Cycle 2 for academic year 2022. Scaffolding digital competencies is the best practice of Bombay Teachers Training College, a constituent of HSNC University. Under the guidance and mentoring of our respected principal, Dr. Bhagwan Balani sir, our vice principal, Dr. Mandeep Kaur Kochar ma'am, and Dr. Rajiv Jha sir, we have created a platform for students to guide and mentor their fellow mates to acquire and learn various digital tools. We shall begin today's session by starting with the college prayer. I request you all to stand up for the prayer.
Focus on.
Thank you all. We shall now begin with today's session. I request Ms. Prachi Shinde to introduce our SDC student mentor for the day, Mr. Ansari Hamid Raza.
Good afternoon, everyone. Edward Mono rightly said, creativity involves breaking out of established patterns in order to look at things in a different way. Our resource person for today, Mr. Ansari Hamid Raza, is one such creative and a very hardworking personality. Hamid has successfully completed his graduation in physics from Guru Nanak Khalsa College. He has been teaching the subject at various institutions in Mumbai for over 6 years now. He is currently pursuing his B.Ed from Bombay Teachers Training College. Being equally involved in curricular activities, Hamid has shown his versatile nature by taking up many roles at meetings. He is the cultural secretary, an elected member of Students' Council, chairperson of the Science Fans Club, student ambassador of the Women Development Cell, currently an intern and coordinator at Global Dialogue Foundation, and the social media flag bearer of BTTC as well as HSNC core company. In the previous SDC session, he has demonstrated how to use AutoCAD to generate and distribute certificates automatically. Our multi-skilled resource has also contributed in creating the first time a digital form under the banner of cultural kaleidoscope. This shows his immense interest for music as well. Hamid has learned semi-classical Hindustani music. He is a certified guitar instructor at White Hat Junior and has been a mentor to the music community at Guru Nanak College. A passionate learner, a warm-hearted person who is always willing to help his peers, and an estimable singer, Hamid is now continuing his journey to become an excellent teacher from Bombay Teachers Training College. With this, I would now like to hand over the platform to Hamid to continue the session.
Thank you so much. Is my mic working? Yeah. Thank you so much for this elaborate introduction. You have been oriented to e-portfolios before, yes or no? So, have you ever tried searching how to make e-portfolios and all? Because as a teacher, when you go out there searching for a job, two things are most important. your CV, which is very easy and everyone to use. And then e-portfolio, which was introduced in this college to us while the program was going on. It was introduced during the freshers party as well as during the orientation. So the thing is that e-portfolio is something which speaks on your behalf when you are not there in front of someone with whom you want to work. So the basic form of making e-portfolio is like PDF can work as e-portfolios, and there are many other like online platforms where you can make e-portfolios. And most basic and important like way to make e-portfolio is making a website. So today I'll be demonstrating you how to make a e-portfolio on a website. So let me use So I'll be demonstrating how to make a website on Wix. So obviously my basic motto is to demonstrate how to make a website. So it's not just making e-portfolio on a Wix. It's basically you'll be learning how to make a website on a Wix. So these websites, if like we have bakers here, Shreya is a baker. So she can make a website regarding her bakery and all, which will work as like a simple e-commerce website for her, which will be advancing her skills, you can say. So let's start with that. So you can note down few of the steps that I'll be demonstrating, and if you have any doubt, we'll be having a Q&A session at the end of this program, so you can ask the doubts if you have. So the first thing we have is that we need to sign in. So the website name is Wix, W-I-X. So the W-I-X. So what you have to do is that just Google W-I-X, just Google it, and you will have this. So it's a mobile friendly website, you can see. You can use it on your mobile phone also. But the best way to do it like using desktop for that. So I'll be quickly signing in. So if you have not signed in, if you are using it for the first time, you have to sign up. So the basic way to sign up is using your Google ID. So I've already signed up. So I have already made a portfolio which is not complete yet. I'm still working on it. So I'll just first show you how my portfolio is, how it's look, and then I'll explain how to make one better than that. So since it's signing in right now, yeah, it's signed in. So this is the first thing that you see. So when you guys are going to sign up, you won't see anything there. You will be there and you will be there, so they will ask you for what you are making this website. Some basic details they will be asking you. So you can choose accordingly, and it's a short 5 to 6 questions they will ask you, and accordingly they will suggest you some suggestions, and then you can use it. So I have already made one. So I'll just select and edit, and just quickly show an overview of this website. Internet is quite fast. So as I said, I have made this, it's not complete yet. I'm still working because portfolio is something which is not complete. You go on adding things on that. So I'm still adding things into it as like days go on. So I just show and preview. Yeah, I'll show a preview. So this is the first page of my website. So this is the first page. My name is there as a header, Ansari Amid Reza, and a simple drop-down menu is there. You can say it's a menu in a vertical form. I have about, practical practicum work, academics, copy of academics. As it is not complete, that's why you might see something which should not be there. So co-curricular activity and content. Then the first page, this is the first page. So this is the thing that anyone going to visit your website, they're going to save for. So it should be a small, brief overview of yourself. So what I've done is that I've written my name, what I have done, when I have done, and what is I'm looking forward to. So I'm just a fellow math who enjoys teaching, volunteer as a tutor, and looking forward to take it one step ahead as a lifelong profession. So this is something which anyone who visits the website sees first. And then if they are, obviously, we have to make it attractive enough, so they should be eager to watch and go ahead in your report. So this is the first time. So this is the first page, and I have my about. So as you go into my about, so this is the thing. So I'm using the same picture which you saw before. So this is my bio. Everything from born and brought up till what I have done. You have to make it crisp. It should not be too detailed. It should not be too short. Somewhere in between. It should not be like, if it's too detailed, it will be boring. No one would read that. So you should use some nice photos and all. Then I have what I have done while doing BA, because I have made this portfolio while I was doing BA. So this is practicum work. So as you can see, as I hover my cursor over practicum work, we'll see SEM 1, SEM 2, SEM 3 is there. So this is the thing I have done. So I'll just take you to SEM 1. Yeah. So this is my semester 1 practicum work that I have done. So you might have been oriented about practical work that you have to do, some community work. Okay, you will be oriented regarding that. So this is the community work I have done in semester 1 as a practicum, and I have just written few details what I have done there and the certificate of internship and appreciation that I got from the NGO that I worked. Then in semester 2, we went to a school. Since it was all online, I don't have any photos regarding that. So my first day as a teacher in school. Then this is the thing. So I have demonstrated, written few things what I have done, in which standard I have taught, and I have added 2 of my best lessons. So I have given in semester 2 we have given 15 lessons. So to demonstrate how you make a lesson, how you give a lesson, I have done that is that I have added 2 of my best lessons that I felt was best. So this is the lesson plan that you can see. It's a PDF, and I have embedded it into this website. So I'll be helping you with that, how to embed a PDF and all. Then semester 3 is the same thing, so I won't take you to that. Let's move on to academics. So in my academic detail, I have just few photos of graduation, HSC, SSC, and nothing else. Then I have co-curricular activities. So apart from academics, what I have done, scaffolding digital competency, the previous SDC we had, then science corner, and then I have to add many more things to that. So this is basic portfolio. So anyone who will see this website will get to know what I have done, what I am doing. So this website is speaking on my behalf. That is the work of portfolio. So now let's see how we can make it, how you can make it. So let's create a new site. So it's not necessary that you should be using Wix. You can use Google Slide, you can use WordPress. But the best part about Wix is that it's drag and drop function. You don't need to know any coding or something before to make a website. Basically, if you have heard that you have website developers who are coders and have done BSc and something. You don't need to do anything there. It's just drag and drop option. So let's start with that. So what kind of website are you creating? So any suggestion? What kind of website should we create now? Any suggestions? Portfolio? Let's start with portfolio. So as you type in portfolio, you will get suggestions. So there are different types of portfolio. So I have, I'll take the general portfolio. Next. Now, what you need to have at your website, in your website. So do you need chat? Obviously, we are making portfolio, we don't need chat. Just untick that. We need forms? No. So basically what I have initially said, it's used for making portfolio. But if you have something apart from BA you are interested in, which you have to take it online using a website, you can use this thing. So you can have the bookings and online store and price planning, Instagram feed and so on. There are many options. So we don't need any one of these. Let's move on to the next thing. Now, obviously, it's the first time. So let's behave as we are newbie. Now, here we have two options. We have ADI, that's Wix artificial kind of thing, which helps you to create, and then you can choose a template and you can edit it in your way by yourself. So, what I recommend is that don't go for ADI because you have limited customization. If you choose your own template, so I did the same thing. I chose my template and I edited it. So let's choose a template. Now, since it's a general portfolio, you will see many suggestions, and you have if anything that you like, you can choose and work on it. So, is there anything that you want to start with? Any suggestion? Yeah, please. Okay, so how I made how I came here? You asking this?
What is the end result? So we want to show how to insert everything and take that.
Yeah, that's what I'm showing. Yeah. I'll show you. Yes, that's long. Long down the road. That's it. So business CV. Okay, it looks good. Let's edit it. So now we have chosen a template. You can choose any template. Okay, so one more thing was there. Let me see if I got to do that. Yeah. Okay. Now here we have chosen a business CV, but suppose you did everything and now you want to change. You have an idea. Okay. It should not be general portfolio, it should be something else. So this is the thing you can edit here and you can go for something else. Let's do teaching port. Yeah. Let's see what we get in teaching portfolio. So in teaching portfolio, the options we get in changes. So if you feel that you have some idea, you can choose it. You can just do that. So let's stick to business CV. So I will not go into too much detail, I'll just try to wind it up very quickly so that you can explore on its own. It's the thing. I'll just give you a basic idea how things work here and then you can explore it on your own. Yeah. So we are at the editor now. This is the basic editor we have. Obviously this is our first time, so we'll have options and something that will help us what things are doing there. So we don't need those things. So now this is the basic editor. We'll quickly see what we have. So we have this on the top. We have sites, your basic site. So here you can save it, preview it, publish it, and leave site on mobile, on desktop, and everything. The same thing is here also. Save, preview, and publish. Then we have settings. So setting is basically when we are making a hardcore website which has a domain and all. So you will use the setting there. The best thing about Wix is that most of the time when we go for this website builders, what we have is that one thing is that we build the website, then we take a domain from other part of the internet and then we club them together, then we have a whole website. Here we can build the website, we can host a domain on the same website. We don't have to go anywhere else. That's the best part of it. It's a bit expensive compared to other domain and website creation, but you get all in one kind of package. So setting, we won't be going much in detail. Developer mode, we are not developers, we are not IT professional. We don't need to hire a professional. It's all we are doing. Obviously help, if you get stuck somewhere, this is the part which you can get to. Then you have this desktop. So how your website will look at a desktop, this icon is highlighted. If you want to see how your website looks at on a mobile phone, you just have to switch it to mobile view. So you can design your website accordingly how it should look on a website, on a mobile phone, on a desktop and everything. So let's keep it to desktop. Now here, so it's a business CV. Obviously we don't want business CV, we are making portfolio. So we'll be making few changes. So the first thing is that obviously here we have the name. We don't want this name. So just double click on that. We can type it out. Your name, and obviously you are what, student teacher. So student teacher. Now we have edited the simple text box was there. We have edited it, and now you can work on it. Just right click text, and here you can see there are different fonts that you can choose, different themes you can choose, the size, bold, italics, underline, effects, and all. So you can customize as much as you want. Since it's a portfolio, I would recommend that you should not make it too chakmak. It should be decent, right? Because we are teachers. So, but you can use anything. So suppose here I am not having anything in the background. Suppose if I had something in the background, I wanted that my text should pop up. So what I can do is that for that I can just add a simple background shadow. So my text will pop up. So it's your intuition what you want to do with your text. So this is all about the text box. Now you have edited it. Now you have this about me. Now coming to the main part of your website. You have added the header. Your website is done. Your name is there. Now about me. Now it's a new page. If you click on about me, you have to make it about me. If you click on about me, you can change the name here. You can change the name of resume. You can change the name of project, contact, anything. If you want to add a part to it, suppose you want to add academics to it, just click on this add a blank page, and you can name it academics. Now suppose you want something like this same page, the contact that you see now, not the contact, the projects. Now you see the project and you feel that okay, project looks nice. So what I can do is that I have the same type of page, but it should be academic. So you can do one thing is that just go to menus and pages, project, and you can duplicate it. And you can name it academics. Now you suppose you want to make sub pages. You have about, and you want that inside your about me page, your resume should be there. So what you can do is that you can see there is some kind of folder kind of thing, dot. You can just click on that and you can move it right side. Now that went into the sub page of about. You can just add it. The project is also now into about. If you want to remove it, just move it outside. So that's basic how you add pages to your website. Now coming to individual page, let's see how about me is there. So we are on the about me page. Now we want to customize it accordingly. So the first thing is that we have this image here. Now here on this side you can see there is an add button. So this is the most functional button that you have on this website. You can add scripts. What are scripts? We'll be telling you. You can add text, image, button, gallery, decorative. Everything that you can add is through this add button. So now we want to add a image here. So I don't have image here, but I can change the image. Now there are two options. You can upload it, and you can find it on the big step side, or you can like add a URL to it. So I just upload it if I have any photos. So I have uploaded a photo. So you can do one thing is that when you are working on a portfolio, you know what kind of pictures you want to be there in your portfolio. So you can do one thing is that you can upload all the multimedia that you want to be on that portfolio at once. You don't have to do it again and again. So it can be a multimedia bin. This part can be a multimedia bin and you can upload it. So I have this image. I'll choose this image and it's changed. So this is how you change an image. And you can edit it, you can crop it. There are many options. So you can see that contrast and brightness and everything. You can do everything inside this only. You don't have to take it out and work on that. Apart from that, have strips. Now what are strips? So as you can see, if I just zoom out, part doesn't have no string. Let me take you to this page. Yeah, so I'm on different page called resume. So here you can see there are different strips. As I hover my cursor, you can see different things are being highlighted. So these are strips. Strips are nothing but you can say a section of your page. So you can add a section to your page. You can edit a section to your page. So to do that, you just have to do is that add a strip. Here you can see. So you can add a strip. You can choose different kind of strips, how it should look. Strip is the name given by Wix. It's basically a section on your page. You can add a section to your page. So it can be anything. It can be contact. It can be welcome, testimonial, street, etc. So that's how you add it. Apart from that, what I have done in my portfolio is that I have added academics. Let's start with my portfolio. How I worked on that. So I had these different sections. About me, academics, co-curricular activity and contact and everything, so that you can edit it from here. So what you can see is that your page is there, manage pages, and this manage pages you can change it. So about me was there, co-curricular activity, activities and academics and all and contact and all, you can change from there, and then you can choose individual pages. So this is about me. Now here you can see there is obviously this thing is there. So you can just edit it and you can just write it down. And here one more thing is that you can see a button is there, which I don't have in my portfolio. Suppose someone is there on your website in the first page and you want to take them to your resume directly from the first page. You don't want them to see all the academics and everything. Just want them from my about, they should go to my resume. So you can do one thing is that you can add a button. So there are different formats of buttons that you can have. So let me choose this one. So suppose this is the button. Now you can place it anywhere. You just place it, just double click it, and you can just it can be text. I think you can choose that way. What does it say? So suppose this is my CV. So this is my CV. And where is my CV? Suppose my CV is in my Google Drive. So what you can do is that you can just let me, I won't go to my Google Drive, but just search CV. Suppose this is my CV. This is this is my CV and this is the link to my CV. So what I can do is that where does it link to? So you can link a page. That page means on your website. You can link an email, document, anchor or web address. So this is the web address. I will paste it here and done. So if anyone clicks on this button, my CV, they will be directed to my CV on next page. Then after that, there is one more thing which I want to tell is that there is anchors. There are anchors. Please help me loading anchors. Yeah, menu and anchor. Now, so basically anchor is something that will take someone within the page. Suppose you are at a page and you are watching a CV. Let not be CV. Let's say you have too much of academic qualification, graduation, post-graduation, and diploma certificates, SSC and HSC. So what you can do is that you can make anchors. So what will happen is that you will make anchor and you can name them HSC or SSC or post-graduation or graduation. If someone clicks on that anchor, that will directly guide you and take you to that part of the page. So let me add an anchor here. Okay, so basically,
She has a question till then.
yeah, please.
Just 1 minute.
This anchor is also like a button.
It's kind of button, but like button is visible. It's like it's there, it's visible. But anchor doesn't. It's not there. Okay, is there any question you want to ask until the internet comes in?
It is free of cost or paid?
Okay, so basically you can have it's the answer is yes to both. It's free also, it's paid also. So you can have free. But what will happen with free is that you will have big star ad on your website. You will not get your personalized domain. It will be something as wix.com/Hamid. Yeah. No watermark. So like if I show you the preview, okay, I cannot show you the umbrella. So you can see update your website to remove Wix ad. Top thing. That's always going to be there. At the bottom, if you go, you can see proudly created with Wix.com. So ads of Wix could be there. And you won't get a personalized web address. It will be Wix website something /something. Any more questions? Yeah, please.
Depending on the media files that you're putting on your website, how difficult does it become for the website to be loaded or to be shared, or does it affect?
Yeah, so the basic problem with Wix is that because it's drag and drop thing. So when you drag and do something which is very like visually appealing, in background lots of codes are happening. Just moving one box here to there, lots of code is happening. So it makes your website to load, like it takes time to load your website. So if you are that speed freak who wants their website to be loaded quickly, I would recommend don't go for Wix because it makes your website load slowly. But as a teacher, we are making portfolio, like it's not that slow, it won't take hour to load your website. It's just like slow compared to like different websites. You can compare it to YouTube. YouTube is quite faster than loading the next website. And if you compare YouTube to any other website, YouTube takes a lot of time to load. So it's a bit slow. So it makes loading process slow. So if you want something very fast, very quick, you can go for WordPress. But WordPress is like it takes. You have to learn a lot. It's not something just add here, delete here, and it's not something like that. So it still is not bad. Yeah. So let's see how much I can explain. So I have ads. Yeah, please.
Like for anyone else to view this website for whatever portfolio I have created, he has to sign up to it or only just
I should. So suppose you are done with the website. You have created your whole portfolio, proud of it, and now you want it to be out there. So the best thing is that you have to publish it. So obviously publishing means this is the way you publish. So click on publish. You get this domain because we are using Wix, free Wix. So we have this Wix domain. But if we are like we are money and something we have money, we can spend it's like in dollars, something around like $30 a month, which would be like 2,000 rupees. Something. Yeah, every month because they are hosting your website now. So every month they will charge you. So there are different kind of plans. We should not go into plan. We should not invest money into something which we don't get back from. Okay. So I would suggest you go for free. Don't buy or purchase any plan. So this is the domain. So you can edit the last name. So suppose this is my portfolio. I want it. The name should be Hamid Portfolio. So they will search for it. Is it available or not? If it's available, you will be allowed and you can save and continue. Once you save and continue, you publish this website and you get a link. The link that I have just added. So you can share that link with anyone. They can just go to that link and they will be able to see your website. Yes.
Can you know more about the anchors?
Anchors. Yeah. We are back to that. Yeah, you can see here. This is the anchor that you see here. So this anchor is like if you take it off the page, and then I have added an anchor, and this is one anchor that I have added, and you can add one more. You can move it up and down. So it's up to you where you want the clip to take you. So you can move this anchor wherever you want. That's how anchors work. So instead of using anchors, you can just use the button. But the thing with that button is that button would take you to the main, like top of the page. It won't take you in the middle somewhere. So to take someone to the middle of the page, you have to use anchors. Okay, so yeah, you might be wondering about the dotted lines on the side. What is the use of that? So basically, what happens is that we have different size of screen all around. So this is the most least less, you can say, dimension of the size here. So anything which is in between this dotted line would always be visible to the user, irrespective of whatever screen they are using to view your website. So if I take this thing, if I put it out of this, some part out of this. So for some users, it might happen that the things that is out of the dotted line won't be visible to them.
That is like a margin.
Yeah, that is like a margin, you can say. So basically, using Wix and like making a website out of it, it's not something that you can just learn in like 50-minute session. It's something I can just give you a basic idea how things work, and you can then experience it and you can explore it by your own.
So if now you selected the website mode and you created it, so can that same format be copied into a mobile format?
Yeah, so what is going to happen is that you will just click on switch to mobile, and here you can see everything is there.
But then the photo, like in your history.
Yeah, so the photo is there. So on mobile phones there are few limitations. Photos won't be there. You can add photos also here also. It's not like that you cannot add. Yeah, for mobile phone you have to work on it itself. Like you don't have to work completely from scratch, but you have to add and remove few things from mobile phones. So I would recommend you. Yeah, it's just. Yeah. Yeah. You can edit it on a mobile phone. Yeah, PC would be better because you get a lot of more options here. One options might be hidden somewhere, you might not get. that's the thing. Is there any more questions? So what? Yeah, please go ahead. Okay, so I would recommend that you should use this once to yourself. Make a website, just a rough website. Choose a template, edit it, make a rough website. Start working on your e-portfolio because I know I didn't start it from the SEM4. I started working in SEM3 and still the SEM4 is going to end in 2 months and I've not completed my portfolio yet. So it takes a lot of time to complete your portfolio because you do work and you keep on adding and adding and adding. And it should be creative and attractive, so lots of cognitive load is there to make a portfolio. And it won't be possible to make it like within a night or a week. So it's better you should start working on it. And it's not necessary you should use Wix. There are many other platforms that you can use, but Wix is something which will help you to show your creative side. So my recommendation is that use Wix and
So you make or like suppose you want to send it to somebody you want to share it. You can send PDF files of it and all that.
no. You're talking about this website?
Portfolio.
Portfolio? Yes, and you can send PDFs as a portfolio, but your PDF will have clickable which might work, not work. So that's the thing. Yeah. Yeah. So let me quickly revise what we did from the starting. So then I'll take not more than 5 minutes of yours and let's quickly end this session. So talking about Wix, Wix is a website which will help you to make a website. Which will help you to make a website and using this Wix, there are a few options. I'll just quickly take you through all it. So you have pages that you can use, different pages. You can go on each individual page and you can edit those pages. And to add something to a page, you have this add button. So you can add many things. Okay, so one last thing that I would like to show you is that how to embed something. How to embed something. So you might have heard about script.com, SCRIPT, where you cannot download PDF, you have to upload something and then you can download it. So you can use script, you can make an account there and you can upload your PDF there and just be careful that you should keep your PDF private, it should not be public. So once it's private and it's uploaded there, so from there you can share. There is an option on script where you can share your PDF as an embed HTML code. So if you select that share using HTML code or embed this to your website, you will get a code. You just have to copy your code and here you can see embed. So you can embed a widget, embed a site or custom element. So always go with embed a widget. So here you can just edit it, you can just copy paste your code that you got from the script and then your PDF would be there. As you have seen, my lesson plan was there, scrollable lesson plan. The same thing would happen with you also. So it's just not PDF you can add your YouTube videos also if you want to showcase. So in my portfolio you have seen there was something as a science corner. So I have a science corner video uploaded on YouTube. So just below that certificate I can have a video box which will have my video and I can embed the same thing into that. So you can click on it. You don't have to go on any other website. Your video will be played on Wix only on your website. So it's like that. You don't have to. Someone will not leave your website. So this all you can do, and it's all about exploring and trying it by yourself. You cannot learn something in a 50-minute session, as I said before. So I would recommend just go on and try this today itself. Everything is fresh, everything is there. And if you have any questions, I'm always available on my website. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, everyone. Would anyone like to give feedback on this? Whatever was showcased here? Any feedback, any suggestions?
Please.
Yes, please.
So it was very well conducted, and I think most of us were not aware of Wix as a website in which we could make up e-portfolio. So as Hamid even mentioned, we heard about it during our orientation. We heard about it twice, thrice, but it was really nice that we came to know about it today. And I'm sure it looks very easy, but the time we get our hands on it, I'm sure Hamid, we have a lot of questions to ask you. So thank you so much. It was very informative. Thank you so much.
Anybody else would like to share something?
One. Anyone? Please share how did you know how did you find it? Yes. Go ahead.
Thank you so much for
Thank you so much, Hamid, for this session. I did definitely have a lot of questions, and thank you for answering them and paying attention to all of it. I think after I go home and try it, I will come back with more questions. So I've noted down all of it as well. And we got, I think Raju ma'am and Neeru ma'am mentioned it today as well, that we have to work on our e-portfolios right from semester 1. So it kind of fell right in the place that we also got this session, and now we have to start with our portfolios. We cannot make any excuses anymore. So I think thank you so much to Sir, to Hamid and all the teachers, that we are getting personal sessions like these to work on our portfolios, and I think it will take us a long way. Thank you so much for that.
Is there anyone else who would like to share your thoughts? I request Dr. Bhagwan Banani sir to share a few words with us.
Good afternoon to one and all, my dear colleagues and my dear friends. It's an amazing afternoon for me to be there with you all, and a great pleasure to witness the kind of digital transformation which is taking place in this hall. Now, this hall is a historic hall. And this hall has given wonderful leaders to the entire society, and I believe that maybe down the line, after 5, 10, 15 years, we will be giving many more leaders to the society. The reason is that the alphabet that we all are learning, are putting forward. So today, it may be alphabet, tomorrow, these shall translate in the form of the words, then phrases, sentences, paragraphs, essays and books. So this should be the ladder we shall move on. So from digital competencies, from Wix, so from many more, we can say, digital tools, ICT tools, we need to gradually move and create a robot of ours. There should be 2 persons in the classroom. What we are doing, we are there in 2, or we can say, entities. Number 1, as a teaching machine, and this teaching machine, biological machine, has got its own limitations. So the time has come to create our own clones. Clone number 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. This is your clone. Are you getting it? So this can be one. Tomorrow, today is Hamid's clone. Next day, Prachi's clone may be here. So like there's 50 students. If you get only one chance, you can create your own one clone. But likewise, this may be simple. This may be a little more comprehensive. You may think, and then you will move on and can adopt a very comprehensive tools also. It depends upon you. I just don't go into very specifics as far as some of the benefits of this tool are concerned. But I will wish that the entire class should classify the tools read and understand the tools, then take the responsibility of learning those tools and come and present this in the classroom. And once we are very much comfortable with all these tools, then I want to invite the people who can conduct sessions for you on artificial intelligence. Okay, so that you can integrate artificial intelligence in your teaching learning process. And what are the advantages? The advantages are that you can minimize your human efforts, and the same here you minimize human efforts, and the opposite to that you can maximize technological efforts. I'm repeating it. So gradually we need to learn how to facilitate learning. Not necessarily every time we come and stand in the classroom and teach for the longer periods and hours, and that's why we are recording it on the YouTube. Repeating it, so that if somebody has missed out the session, then the person should be in the position to go back and then retrieve the data and can learn from this. Or suppose that these are, we can say, fantastic sessions, and suppose that if we want to pass on to these sessions to our next generation, DLA class, ECB class, or any other training session is concerned, then these recorded sessions should be recorded in such a manner so that we should be in a position to reuse it. So these are the some of the ideas that we must take from these types of classroom. But it entirely depends upon the level of our own interest in getting sink into the ocean of the technology, and the moments, the time we will get into this, what will happen? We will be able to transform ourselves. And once we are transformed, then it will be easier for us to influence others. So I believe that we have started, Rajesh, this year, as far as this first batch is concerned, this is the first session, no?
This is the first session.
First session, no? So,
Cycle 2 of SYBA.
SYBA I know.
Yeah.
FYBA.
This is the first session.
First session, no? I think the opening batsman is Mr. Habib Reza. Please have a big round of applause. Excellent. Yeah. So, Hamid, before you, there was a Salsari batch. They did a wonderful job. They were the resource persons. They conducted 15 days faculty development program for the teachers, which we did on Zoom and it is available on our YouTube also, with a very clear say. And then later on, the same students were invited to conduct FDD program for CHM College. CHM College, the staff is 500 teachers. CHM College, where 12,000 students are there, UGPG. So the principal specially declared holiday for these 2 days, and all the teachers, all 500 teachers and teachers from all over India, they attended a faculty development program which was conducted by Bombay Teachers Training College. All the teachers and the students. So we are going to create similar kind of opportunities for you all. The only thing is that you need to learn all those tools and empower yourself. The moment we will see in the month, we will keep on reviewing your progression in the month of June, July, August, September, and once we will feel confident that you know these digital skills like anything, we will make you the resource person. We will take you to the different colleges. We will collaborate with you, your teachers will invite you, and you will be doing the demonstration along with your teachers, and you will be a resource person, and you will be receiving certificates from Bombay Teachers Training College. So I believe that gradually we are moving entirely in a different world. So please be prepared for it. I congratulate you all for being a fortunate teacher, for receiving these kind of training. I believe that together we can do a lot. So let us learn together. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your encouraging words. I, Ashlesha Pujara, on behalf of Bombay Teachers Training College, HSLC University, will propose a formal vote of thanks. I'd like to express my gratitude to our esteemed principal, Dr. Bhagwan Badani, sir, for giving us the opportunity to be a part of such stimulating seminars. Thank you, sir. I'd also like to thank our Vice Principal, Dr. Mandeep Kaur Kochar ma'am, for endlessly supporting us always. Thank you to my mentor, Dr. Rajiv Jha, sir, for efficiently guiding us. And thank you to Mr. Ansari Hamid Raza for this informative, useful and relevant session. And the way he explains stuff with patience and examples is very helpful. I'd also like to thank the SY team for guiding us. This was our first session and we were the tech team, FI students were the tech team, were part of the tech team, and they guided us throughout, even in the night, so thank you for that. I'd like to thank the head of tech team, Mr. Ranjit sir, who always comes, helps us whenever he's free, so a round of applause. In the tech team, I'd like to mention few names. Ms. Gayatri Muthuswamy, who created a wonderful presentation. Ms. Neelu Mishra for always being available for any sort of for being available for anything related to photography, videography, Mr. Advait Badarle for being prepared to learn any new thing. He's always ready for that. So, and myself.
Constantly coordinating and doing all the work that's there on her. Like, he's just there. Thank you.
And to my audience, please accept my deepest thanks for your support and encouragement.